Day 2 of Major League Baseball coming at you right now. It's an American League West matchup between the Los Angeles Angels and the Houston Astros. One team had a good offseason, made a huge acquisition in Anthony Rendon at third base, and the other team had a falling out with one of the biggest scandals in Major League Baseball history. Lance McCullers Jr. getting ready to pitch for the Houston Astros. Had dealt with some injuries in recent years.
Leading off tonight for the Angels,
but the number 2 man in this Houston Astros rotation. And we'll face Tommy La Stella to begin the ball game. That's ball 1.
First pitch, 7-11.
Ground ball foul, counts even at 1-1. The Houston Astros won this game yesterday. Michael Brantley went deep a couple times. George Springer went deep once. Tommy La Stella got the Angels' only run with a solo home run he hit in the 6th inning off Zach Greinke. Greinke gave up 1 earned run in his win yesterday. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. That misses outside, and a quality at bat to start the night for the Angels by Tommy La Stella. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Swing and a miss. First out of the ball game's a strikeout. Off-speed pitch thrown by Lance McCullers Jr. Trout hitless. Yesterday, Trout went 0 for 4. P, however, hit 45 home runs a season ago. 2-ball, no-strike pitch coming to him. One of the most consistent hitters in baseball and highly regarded as in the game. He's made the All-Star game ever since 2012 in his first full season with the Angels. That's a strike 3-1. So he's been an American League All-Star from 2012 to 2019. 7 straight years. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, and Mike Trout walks. With 1 out in the top of the first inning. And here is the newest addition to the Angels coming up now. It's third baseman Anthony Rendon. .319 average with 34 home runs, 126 RBIs. Didn't win the National League Most Valuable Player award, though. That went to Cody Bellinger. Rendon came up with the Washington Nationals. Won the World Series last year and then hit free agency and signed a massive contract here in L.A. Pitch out. Trout's not going anywhere. Counts 2 balls and no strikes. He was instrumental in getting the Nationals to a World Series champion. Maldonado throws down to second. Tag is in time. Mike Trout's out. Trying to steal second. I mean, it wasn't the greatest jump, and Jose Altuve applied the tag well. That was closer than I thought, but the call is out on the field. And that's how it will stand. 3-ball, no-strike count. Here it comes. That's ball 4, and Anthony Rendon walks with 2 outs. Rendon, though, in the Nationals beat this Houston Astros team in the World Series last year in 7 games. One of the most historic sports championships, not just in baseball, because this was the first series last year in the history of sports where the away team won every game in the series, and that benefited the Nationals. The Nationals were the road team for 4 games. Justin Upton up now, no balls and 1 strike on him. Veteran outfielder with the Angels now. That pitch misses inside. Lance McCullers Jr. did not pitch last season with the Astros. I know those stats said last year. But he didn't pitch with the Astros last year. He was hurt. He had surgery on his right elbow. This is his first season back with the Astros. He last pitched in 2018. One-two pitch coming again to Justin Upton. That pitch misses high. The count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lance McCullers Jr. pitching for the first time in a year. Anthony Rendon on first base. Swing and a miss. Ball hit the dirt. Maldonado runs out and completes the strikeout with a throw to Gurriel. That ends the top of the first. No runs on, no hits. 2 walks in the inning. Only 1 runner left on base. Going to the bottom of the first, it's the Angels 0. The Astros coming to bat. Andrew Heaney on the mound for the Angels. Went 4-6 in 18 starts last season and an ERA close to 5. He and Shohei Ohtani at the top of this rotation. The offense for the Angels, its run production never much in question, but the pitching staff in both the rotation and the bullpen has had some question marks and has been inconsistent for quite a while now. But Heaney to the number 2 man, hoping to improve his statistics like any other player would. But Ohtani, the ace of this team, got hit with a loss yesterday against the Astros. He gave up three runs, I believe, in his start. Strike 2 called on Springer, but Ohtani pitched 5 full innings, gave up 3 earned runs on 4 hits, had 3 walks, struck out 6. The Angels bullpen didn't give up any runs. Andrelton Simmons to Albert Pujols, and that's the first out for this bottom of the first inning. There's the starting lineup for the Houston Astros, and Miles Straw, one of the only new additions to the team. Center field's been up in the air. The outfield's been a little bit different since Jake Marisnick's no longer on the team, but with the lefty pitching in Heaney, Miles Straw will play center field because he's a right-handed hitter. Springer will move from center to right, and Josh Reddick has the night off. Jose Altuve's stats from last season: mid-280s hitter, 1-0 pitch. It's a strike, counts even at 1. Yesterday, the Astros got the offense started early. George Springer hit a home run to lead off the bottom of the first inning last night. And then Michael Brantley hit a 2-run home run in the 5th. That was all the offense the Astros needed. Angels only got 1 run last night. And Jose Altuve on board with a single. 1 out, here's number 3 hitter Michael Brantley. Had 1 hit and 4 at-bats yesterday, and it was that insurance 2-run home run he hit. Helped the Astros solidify that 3-1 win. There's the 1-0 from Andrew Heaney. Strike called, count even at 1. Brantley, entering his second year with the Astros, signed a deal in the 18-19 offseason. Batted .311 last year with 22 home runs and 90 RBIs. Produced well. He was a longtime Cleveland Indian before that. Made his debut with the Indians in 2009 and played there for 10 seasons. Altuve was going. Pickoff attempt by Heaney. Tag applied there by Simmons, and Jose Altuve is caught trying to steal. Picked off at first base. A bit of deja vu. Mike Trout got caught stealing in the top half of the inning with 1 out, and Jose Altuve gets picked off in the bottom of the first with 1 out. Now 2 outs, 2-2 count on Brantley. On the ground, right side, Tommy La Stella. Goes to Albert Pujols. That ends the inning. No runs on 1 hit for the Astros and no runners left on base. After 1 full inning, the Angels and the Astros tied at 0. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. And here's the imposing figure of Albert Pujols batting for the Angels. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for Los Angeles. Albert Pujols, Matt Thaiss, and Brian Goodwin all due up. And Pujols is aboard. 1 pitch base hit for him. And he's chugging along to second. Springer into Altuve. Leadoff double for Albert Pujols.
That is good. The designated hitter, Matt Thaiss.
That was a well-hit ball. Pujols, one of the slower runners now in the league, but it's himself an extra base hit to start this top of the second inning. Here's Matt Thaiss. He's a rookie first baseman with this Angels team. Those are his stats from last season. Hasn't played Major League Baseball for long. He's entering his age 24 season. That pitch misses high, counts 2-0. But made his debut last season on July 3rd, 2019, just a couple days after the passing of Tyler Skaggs. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Thaiss had played third base and made a couple quality plays there as well in the Angels' first game back since Skaggs had passed away. But it's one of the more historic games in all of baseball for the fact that the Angels in that game threw a combined no-hitter and had an offensive field day with the Seattle Mariners. 3-ball, 2-strike pitch coming to Matt Thaiss. Pujols on second base. He doubled to get there, and Thaiss strikes out. Maldonado, quick throw to Gurriel. That completes the strikeout of Thaiss. Pujols elects not to go anywhere, but back to second base. McCullers now with 3 strikeouts. 1 out, top of the second. So the Angels, the last time the Angels made playoffs was when they won the division in 2014. Unfortunately for them, have not won a playoff game in the longest time because they got swept by the Kansas City Royals in 3 games. The Royals were the wild card team that year, but the best team in baseball was the Angels. Haven't made playoffs since. The West had been up for grabs in 2015 and 16. The Rangers had a couple seasons winning the West, though, and then the Astros have won the West from 2017 to 19, while also winning a World Series championship in 2017, having 2 league pennants in that time as well. That pitch fouled off, count. Run full now, 3-2 on Brian Goodwin. Playing right field for the Angels in this game. And he walks. Double by Pujols, strikeout by Theis, and now a walk by Brian Goodwin. Put runners at first and second for the Angels. Number 8 hitter, Andrelton Simmons, coming to bat. Now, Simmons, one of the greatest defensive infielders you will find in the history of Major League Baseball. That pitch just misses. That's a ball. But Simmons, in his career, won a platinum glove with the Atlanta Braves in 2013. Won a gold glove with the Braves in 2013 and 14. Won 2 gold gloves with the Angels in 2017 and 18. And was Defensive Player of the Year in 14, 15, 17, 18, and 19. 14 and 15 was with the Braves, and 17 through 19 was with the Angels. He's a quality fielder and not such a bad hitter either. 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Suffered with some injuries last season, only played 103 games, but his career batting average is .268. He has 60 home runs and 396 RBIs since his debut in 2012. Some respectable statistics. Grounded foul. Count still even at 2. Simmons has been playing for the Angels ever since 2016. 2-2 from McCullers Jr. Hit one to left, and that's foul. But in the offseason between 2015 and 16, Simmons and Jose Briseno to the Los Angeles Angels for Eric Ibar, Sean Newcomb, and Chris Ellis. A couple big names in that trade, but there's Simmons striking out. That's the second out of the second inning. Simmons chased that one in the dirt. And here's a former Astro, Jason Castro, batting with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Strike called around the outside of the plate. That's 0-1. Castro spent 6 seasons with the Angels, with the Astros. This is his first season with the Angels. He was an all-star with the Astros in 2013. Entering his age 32 season now. That pitch misses high. Counts 1-2. But signed a deal here with the Angels this past offseason. This is his first year as an Angel. And in his debut yesterday, he went 0 for 3. Struck out twice. That ball hit to left field. Going back, Brantley. And he's going to play that one off the wall. Pujols will score from second. Coming around to try to score is Brian Goodwin, and he is nailed at the plate. Relay from Brantley to Correa. Cuts down Goodwin trying to score. And the Angels limited to 1 run in the top of the second. Going to the bottom half of the inning, it's the Angels 1 and the Astros 0. Here's Alex Bregman. 41 home run hitter with 112 RBIs last season. And is already off to a hot start in 2020. 2 for 3. Yesterday, walked 1 time as well. Had a total of 4 plate appearances. Reached base in 3 of them. Here's the 1-0. Hit well, but foul. Count is even at 1. Bregman, young infielder with this team still, and putting up numbers. Rather well. That ball hit to short. Andrelton Simmons throws to Albert Pujols. And that's the first out. And let's take a look at the defense for the Angels. Simmons at shortstop. Gold Glove winner in the past. Mike Trout out in center. Good defensive outfielder. Rendon hasn't won a Gold Glove, but decent third baseman over there. Here's Yuli Gurriel. That pitch misses. That's ball 1. Gurriel had a stellar regular season in 2019, 31 home runs and 100-plus RBIs. Yesterday, Gurriel hitless in 3 at-bats. Reached on a walk, though, so that helps his on-base percentage a bit. .250 on-base percentage and still no average. Well, a well-hit ball, but right at Justin Upton, and he's still hitless. Early this season, that's 2 outs.
The designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez coming to the plate. One of the greatest young hitters, not only on the Astros team, but in Major League Baseball. Takes strike 1.
0-1's the count.
But you saw there, .313 average, 27 home runs for Alvarez, who swings and misses.
0-2.
That was only in 87 games. He had 313 at-bats, batted .313 with 27 home runs and 78 RBIs. Made his debut with the Astros in June of 2019.
Ball 1.
He has some high expectations on him for this season. More of a defensive liability, but he will most likely fill the designated hitter's role for the Astros, at least for the rest of this season. And stays alive in the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yordan Alvarez entering his age 22 season as well. So he made his debut with the Astros last year at 21. Hit well to left, and that's foul. And I guess this is a good time to mention that the Angels have shifted their infield towards the right. And here's the 3-2. Called strike 3. Strikeout for Andrew Heaney. Yordan Alvarez down to end the inning. No runs on, no hits, nobody left on for the Astros. Going to the 3rd inning, the Angels lead it 1-0. There's Heidi Watney. I wonder what she's saying right now. There's Joe Madden, by the way. That's something I forgot to mention. Joe Madden in his first season with the Angels, notorious for managing the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago Cubs. Both of those teams that he managed made it to a World Series, and then he won the World Series with the Chicago Cubs in 2016. Madden and the Cubs decided to part ways, and there was a spring training game this year on ESPN when the Angels and Cubs played each other, and they had Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo mic'd up.
2 balls, no strike.
And they both got to talk to Joe Madden while they were playing the field. I thought that was pretty cool, but seems like Madden said that his time with the Cubs was mission completed. And it's good to see the relationship with the Cubs is still good with them, and that They parted ways out of respect. 3-ball, 1-strike count now on Tommy La Stella, hitless in one at bat. His second time facing McCullers, and he walks to lead off the top of the third. Another walk issued by McCullers.
Number 27, Mike Trout.
And Mike Trout coming to the plate. Trout 0 for 1. Still hitless on the season. Went 0 for 4 yesterday and starts today 0 for 1. First pitch. Right over the middle of the plate. Strike one. McCullers Jr. making his first start with the Astros since 2018. Was out for the entire 2019 season with some arm issues, more specifically in the elbow. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. That was a close pitch, but McCullers doesn't get the call. Counts 2-1. Two-one pitch to Trout. That finds the zone. Counts even at 2. That ripped well, but foul, and the count still 2-2. And I made a mistake. I must correct myself. Trout walked in his first at bat, so he's not hitless today. He still is hitless on the season, just not today. He's 0 for 0. Now he's 0 for 1, and Lance McCullers Jr. gets his 5th strikeout. And that's the first out here in the top of the third.
Number 6, Anthony Rendon.
So Tommy La Stella walked to begin this top of the third, and then Mike Trout just struck out. Here's Anthony Rendon. He also walked in his first appearance like Trout did. Rips that one foul on the third base line. That's strike one. Anthony Rendon had some memorable moments here at Minute Maid Park, winning the World Series with the Nationals. That pitch fouled off. Count still 0-2. Hit well to the left side. That gets past Alex Bregman into left, base hit. Brantley throws to second, and La Stella gets there in time. So he's safe. And Rendon aboard with a one-out single. And the Angels in business again. Last inning, Albert Pujols hit a double. Brian Goodwin walked, and then Jason Castro had an RBI base hit that scored Pujols, but Brian Goodwin was cut down trying to score the second run of that half inning. So the Angels were limited to 1. There's Justin Upton. 0 for 1 against McCullers, and quickly down in this count, no balls and 2 strikes. Justin Upton, yesterday in the Angels' loss, went 1 for 3. That pitch misses outside, counts 1-2. That hit well to right center field. Back to the wall goes Springer, and he leaps. And no catch. That's a home run. Justin Upton with a 3-run home run. And the Angels have greatly extended the lead now. It is 4-0 in the top of the third inning. And that's the result you get, kids, when you don't try to overcompensate and pull the ball. Upton stayed on that pitch, read the break, and then got the best part of the bat on the ball. Hit it out. Upton's first home run of the season. And now here's Albert Pujols, 1 for 1. He had a double to lead off last inning, and later scored on the Jason Castro RBI base hit. Pujols yesterday went 1 for 4, and now he's 2 for 5 in the series, and on the season for that matter. Counts 1-2. This is day 2 of Major League Baseball. Swing and a miss. Lance McCullers Jr. has now struck out 7. He's having quite a pitching outing despite giving up the 4 runs. More of his outs have been strikeouts than not, but he's given up a significant amount of runs in these last 2 innings. Pitched a scoreless top of the first, but gave up a run at the top of the second, and then gave up 3 runs on the Justin Upton home run. There's Matt Thaiss. That's a ball. Counts 2-0. Thaiss yesterday went 1 for 3 and walked. Today he's 0 for 1. Take strike 1. Home runs with a story yesterday. Springer homered and Brantley had a 2-run home run for the Astros, and then Tommy La Stella got the only run off Zach Greinke with a solo home run of his own. The final score is 3-1. Angels pouring on some offense early in this one, however, and Thaiss hits that one well to center, but Miles Straw makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Justin Upton whacked this pitch and gave his team a 4-0 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd.
Leading up for the Astros, the shortstop.
Here's Carlos Correa standing in.
Correa.
7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Astros. Carlos Correa, Martin Maldonado, and then Miles Straw. Correa, one of the more outspoken players regarding the Astros scandal that was revealed this past offseason, but he flies out on 1 pitch to Justin Upton. And here comes Martin Maldonado. Well, he's batting 8th for a reason. You see, first of all, there's stats there, but he is a very good defensive catcher, and the Astros signed him back. The Astros traded for Maldonado twice over the last couple of seasons. Traded for him in the middle of the 2018 season. He signed with the Royals in 2019. Then the Astros traded for him in the middle of the 2019 season and elected to sign him back. There's not a real veteran catcher presence anymore. So Maldonado is that presence with the Astros, but the Astros needed somebody strong and defensive behind the plate. And Maldonado is a fit for that. Works a 1-out walk here, though, against Andrew Heaney.
Batting 9, the center fielder, number 3.
And here comes Miles Straw. Straw's a right-handed hitter, which is why he's starting tonight as opposed to Josh Reddick. Straw right-handed facing the lefty Andrew Heaney. Reddick's a left-handed hitter. He usually plays right field and Springer plays center, but in this game, Straw playing center and Springer playing right. Reddick not in the starting lineup tonight because of that reason. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Heaney about to throw pitch number 36, and that misses inside. Counts 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. That's strike two called around the knees, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin Maldonado's on first base. He walked with 1 out. And Straw working with the 2-2 count against Heaney. Here's the pitch. High toward right center field. Shallow. Out is Tommy La Stella, and he's got it. That's the second out.
The right fielder, number 4, Joe Springer.
Back to the top of the order. Here's George Springer playing right field tonight. 0 for 1 against Andrew Heaney. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 called. Two outs, runner on first in the form of Martin Maldonado. That check swing and counts 1-1. Springer entering his age 30 season with the Astros. Fouls that pitch off. One-two pitch coming from Heaney. That misses low. Counts even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Angels scored in the top of the second inning on a Jason Castro RBI base hit. That made it 1-0, and then in the top half of this inning, Justin Upton hit a 3-run home run. Extended the Angel lead by 3, and now it's 4-0. 2-2 pitch. On the ground to the right side, Tommy La Stella elects to throw to Andrelton Simmons. Maldonado's forced out at second, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 walk in the inning for the Astros, 1 runner left on base. After 3 full innings, it's the Angels 4 and the Astros 0. Brian Goodwin coming to the plate.
The right fielder, Brian.
For the Los Angeles Angels, 7, 8, 9 hitters due up. Brian Goodwin, and then Andrelton Simmons and Jason Castro all scheduled to bat. First pitch from McCullers Jr. is hit well to center field. Miles Straw's out there, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 1.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
Andrelton Simmons coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Lance McCullers Jr., this is his first start since the 2018 season. He missed all of 2019 with an injury to his elbow. And so far has given up 4 earned runs to the Angels. Gets ahead of Simmons quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. I'd imagine him fresh into a new start. He might not go too much longer, especially considering he's close to 80 pitches now. Not even out of the 4th yet. 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Here it comes. Got him swinging. That's out number 2. Lance McCullers Jr. has now struck out 7 hitters.
The catcher, Jason.
And here's Jason Castro. 2 outs, bases empty, top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. This is upstairs. That's ball 1. Castro is 1 for 1. Had an RBI base hit his first time around. 1-0 pitch from McCullers. That misses high. Counts 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Chopped foul, 2-1. McCullers now at 81 pitches. Here's the 2-1 pitch coming. Hit well, but foul in the count. Even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Angels' new catcher. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. That's 8 strikeouts now for Lance McCullers Jr. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Angels. Going to the bottom of the 4th, it's the Angels 4 and the Astros 0. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Angels, after scoring in the 2nd and 3rd innings, could not score in the top of the 4th. Jose Altuve to lead off for the Astros in the bottom half. The Astros scoreless against Andrew Heaney, who is throwing much more efficiently than his counterpart, Lance McCullers Jr. McCullers Jr. in the mid-80s in pitch count. Andrew Heaney just working up to 50 in this bottom of the 4th. Two 2-1 pitch. That's a strike off the inside edge. And the count's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Altuve, Michael Brantley, and Alex Bregman all scheduled to bat this bottom of the 4th inning. And the 3-2 count coming from Andrew Heaney. Hit one toward right center. That's going to be a base hit. And now Jose Altuve, 2 for 2 in this game after going 0 for 3 last night.
Michael Brantley.
He's now 2 for 5 in the series, and that's the awesome part about the beginning of the season. Is that your average can go up and down exponentially between game to game. Jose Altuve, after getting caught stealing in the first inning, successfully steals second base that time. Now he's in scoring position, still nobody out, and a dangerous hitter and Michael Brantley up to the plate. Brantley 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, no swing, according to the home plate umpire. Counts even 1-1. Brantley was a draft pick in 2005 of the Milwaukee Brewers, although made his debut with the Indians in 2009. Upton can't make the play. That's a base hit. Upton will throw home. Jose Altuve trying to score, and he does. Jose Altuve scores from second base, and the Astros are on the board. It's 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Alex Bregman, 0 for 1. The Astros working well on offense this half inning. That pitch misses low. That's a ball, 1-0. 296 hitter last year was Alex Bregman. Had an OPS of over 1,000. That's on base plus slugging percentage. 2-0 count to him. Jose Altuve led this half inning off with a single. He stole second and scored on the Michael Brantley single. And now Brantley on first base, still nobody out, and a hitter's count to a dangerous hitter, Alex Bregman. Bregman fouls that pitch off, counts 2 balls and a strike on him. Andrew Heaney, I think I spoke too soon when I said he was throwing efficiently. He's working his way to 60 pitches now. 2-1 pitch. Chopped and foul, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Alex Bregman down on strikes. Heaney with 2 strikeouts now through 3 1/3 innings.
The first baseman, number 10.
Yuli Gurriel coming to the plate.
Gurriel.
Just 1 out now. Gurriel batting. Gurriel 0 for 1. The Angels scored 1 run in the top of the 2nd. That pitch is fouled off. And then got a big 3-run home run by Justin Upton to make it 4-1. The Astros just scored first in this bottom of the 4th inning. Michael Brantley on first base. Singled home Jose Altuve from second. And Alex Bregman just struck out. Heaney now ahead of Gurriello in 2, and that's another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts of the Astros. Heaney's got 3 total and 2 outs.
The batter, number 44, designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
I'm going to bring up Yordan Alvarez. 2 outs, Brantley on first for him. Already talked about what a great player he was last year when he came up with the Astros. .313 average, 27 home runs, 78 RBIs in 87 games. Won the American League Rookie of the Year award in 2019. He is such a good hitter that during the World Series, former manager A.J. Hinch wanted to keep his bat in the lineup despite him being more of a defensive liability. But let him play left, moved Michael Brantley to right, just so he could bat, and it paid off. He hit a home run at Nationals Park when the Nationals were the home team. So his offense was still well appreciated. Back up the middle, that's a base hit. Brantley advances from first to second on the play, and Yordan Alvarez has his first hit of the season.
Now batting, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Didn't let that pitch overwhelm him, stayed inside it, and now here's Carlos Correa batting with 2 outs. And runners at first and second. .279 hitter last season with 20 home runs and 21 home runs and 59 RBIs. Including today's at bat to start this season, he's 0 for 3. Walked yesterday, but hitless to begin 2020. That misses low, ball 1. And the stats aren't on his side against Heaney. Only 3 hits in their time facing each other. Here's the 1-0. That misses high. Count is 2 balls and no strikes now. Heaney was pitching efficiently through the first 3 innings. This bottom of the 4th, though, is giving him trouble. 2-0 pitch. Hit water right field, hugging the line. Fair ball. Michael Brantley will score from second. Yordan Alvarez stops at third. And into second with an RBI single is Carlos Correa.
Up next to the Astros, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
The Astros now in good shape. Cut the lead in half. Still runners in scoring position, though, with 2 outs. And there's Martin Maldonado. First pitch. Strike 1. Walked in his first plate appearance. The pitching coach for the Angels now is Mickey Callaway, former Mets manager from a season ago. Also was the pitching coach of the Cleveland Indians, and he was the pitching coach when the Indians went to the World Series in 2016. Very experienced and wise man. Now on the Angels coaching staff. That pitch misses inside, 2-1. The Angels do have a lot going for them, though, this year. New manager, Anthony Rendon, a new power bat in the lineup. Martin Maldonado, 2-2 to count. Mickey Callaway, the pitching coach. There's a lot going well for the Angels this year. Mickey Callaway working with the pitchers might help them improve, because pitching has been an issue for the Angels the past few seasons. 2-2 pitch. That misses low. Count run full, 3-2. The Astros have 1 run in. Carlos Correa just doubled home Michael Brantley from second base. Full count pitch coming to Martin Maldonado. Miles Straw is on deck. And that's grounded to second. La Stella plays. Throws to Pujols. That ends the inning. Astros get a run in the inning and cut the lead in half. Through 4 full innings, it's the Angels 4 and the Astros 2. We'll go to the 5th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Top of the fifth has rolled around. The Angels will have the leadoff batters in the order coming up. Tommy La Stella, Mike Trout, and Anthony Rendon all due to bat. La Stella's got himself a hit against the shift. Brantley gets it in quickly, so La Stella stops at first base.
The center fielder, number 27.
But a one-pitch leadoff single off Lance McCullers Jr., who has struggled in his first start in over a year. Hasn't pitched in a Major League Baseball game since 2018. Mike Trout up to bat now. 1 ball, no strike count on him. He's 0 for 1, walked in his first at bat. Struck out in his most recent. That pitch misses outside. Trout is still hitless to start the 2020 season. 2-0 pitch. That misses high, counts 3-0. And some danger now. Trout in the driver's seat, 3-0. And if he walks, an equally dangerous hitter, and Anthony Rendon scheduled to bat next. Right down the middle, strike one. Lance McCullers Jr. gave up 1 run in the top of the second. Jason Castro had an RBI base hit. And Justin Upton hit a 3-run home run in the top of the third. Angels went scoreless in the top of the fourth. The Astros scored in their last 2 offensive half innings. Be that in the bottom of the third and the bottom of the fourth. Now we're in the fifth. Full count pitch to Mike Trout. And he chops that pitch foul. McCullers Jr. has now reached 90 pitches. And the full count pitch coming again. Inside ball 4. Tommy La Stella now on second. He singled to begin this inning, and Mike Trout just worked a walk.
Number 6, Anthony
Still nobody out.
Rendon.
And there's new manager for the Astros. That's Dusty Baker. And he'll take the ball from Lance McCullers Jr. Doesn't pitch out of the fifth. Goes 4+ innings, gave up 4 earned runs. As of now, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility.
Your attention, please.
There's Brad Peacock, one of the long relief pitchers
Number 41.
for this Astros team. He's a reliable arm, a veteran with the team. Anthony Rendon singled and walked in 2 plate appearances. Brad Peacock, 32 years of age, and throws a strike to Anthony Rendon. Started his career, did Peacock, with the Washington Nationals in 2011. Went back down to the minor leagues in 2012, but found himself with the Astros ever since 2013. Has struggled with earned run average. Hasn't had a season where his ERA was under 3. That hit well to left center field. That's going to fall. La Stella scores from second. Here comes Trout from first. Relay in is not in time. Anthony Rendon with an RBI double. And the scoreline for Lance McCullers Jr. is complete. And the book officially begins on Brad Peacock. That ball hit a long way out there to the left center field wall. Again, La Stella scored from second. Trout scored from first. It's now 6-2. Angels lead the Astros. And here's Justin Upton, strike one. Upton hit a home run. Back in the third inning. It was a 3-run home run. It was his 298th career homer. 1-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-2.
2 strikes the count.
But Lance McCullers Jr. officially throws 4+ innings. He gave up 6 earned runs in his start, despite striking out 8 Angels hitters. So it was literally either hit or miss in McCullers' start. Maldonado blocks that pitch. Rendon goes back to second. 2-2 count on Justin Upton. That misses. Counts full 3-2. Still not an out recorded in this 5th inning. Peacock coming set. 3-2. That hit water right field. Going back on it is George Springer. He makes the catch. Rendon tags and stays. Throw into Carlos Correa is there and cut off. That's the first out of the top of the 5th. Albert Pujols comes up to the plate. He doubled and later scored on a Jason Castro base hit. First pitch. Strike 1 called toward the bottom of the zone. Albert Pujols, an imposing figure, one of the best hitters in the history of Major League Baseball. 40 years of age. Career 300 hitter, 4 home runs away from 700. And has 2,075 career RBIs. Swing and a miss, counts 1-2.
1-2.
Made his living with the St. Louis Cardinals, had his best seasons there. Still produced well in Los Angeles. But in his 30s, he signed a 10-year contract with the Angels. That was back in 2012. He got a hefty sum of money. Helped them to a playoff appearance in 2014, but hasn't done anything spectacular and hasn't won a World Series here in Los Angeles. Brad Peacock gets his first strikeout. Albert Pujols. The 1 down on strikes, 2 outs. Anthony Rendon on second base. Here's Matt Thaiss. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. So the Astros won yesterday 3-1. The Angels, around the halfway point of this game, lead 6-2. Lance McCullers Jr. pitched 4+ innings and gave up all 6 earned runs that you see. Counts 1-1. But a base hit by Jason Castro. He got an RBI, a 3-run home run by Justin Upton, and a 2 RBI double hit by Anthony Rendon this inning. Angels have tallied 6. The Astros got runs in each the 3rd and the 4th innings. Their offense has been on a roll against Andrew Heaney. And we'll see what happens in the bottom of the 5th. Flied out to center. Miles Straw makes the catch. And that ends the inning. But Anthony Rendon gets 2 RBIs and adds 2 runs to the Angels' lead. It's now 6-2 going to the bottom of the 5th. Hi, Heidi Watney. What's up, Heidi? Yordan Alvarez. There he is. Manager Dusty Baker. New manager with these Houston Astros, of course, A.J. Hinch. As well as some other members of the front office of the Astros were let go because of the scandal that had broken out in the past offseason. Mike Myers and Ryan Butcher up in the bullpen. For the Angels, Andrew Heaney still on the mound. 76th pitch of his day coming up, and that's hit into right field. Base hit. Goodwin plays it and throws it in. Leadoff single for Miles Straw, and he can run as well.
Now batting, right fielder, Joel Springer.
Back to the top of the order. Here's George Springer. Hitless and 2 at-bats. Astros trail by 4 in Game 2 of the season against American League Western rivals Los Angeles Angels. Heaney pitched 2 scoreless innings and then gave up a run in each the 3rd and the 4th inning. Springer chased that one. Counts 1-2, and the 80th pitch about to come in Heaney's outing today. The bullpen arms up. This very well might be his last inning. 80th pitch fouled off. Count still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Doesn't chase that one, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. George Springer, one of the better outfielders in the game today. Typically plays center, but started in right
3 balls and 2 strikes.
in this game. Three-two count. Ball 4. And Heaney has let 2 runners aboard to start this bottom of the 5th inning. Miles Straw led off with a single. Now George Springer walks, and Jose Altuve, who's 2 for 2 off of him, coming up to the plate. Heaney will continue to pitch. Here's Jose Altuve. Again, 2 singles off Heaney in his first 2 at-bats. And there's hit number 3. That's going to split the gap. Miles Straw tagged at second. Straw now just rounding third. He's going to come home. The relay into Simmons. Straw scores from second. George Springer advances from first to third. Jose Altuve now 3 for 3 in this game. Got himself an RBI double, and the lead cut in half again. It's now 6-3. Angels lead the Astros. Heaney still hasn't recorded an out in this bottom of the 5th inning. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Michael Brantley, who's 1 for 2. Grounds towards short. Simmons to Pujols. That's the first out. Meanwhile, Brantley gets an RBI as Springer scores from third. Now it's 6-4. And here's Alex Bregman. 1 out, Altuve in scoring position at second base. First pitch. Outside, that's a ball. And so the Astros, who had some significant gaps to overcome, continue to stay in this game. That hit one to left. Heading toward the line. Wow. That was close to being a game-tying home run. Heaney to throw pitch number 88. Chopped and foul. Count is 1-2. Astros have scored 2 in this inning. There's the 1-2. On the ground, left side, Simmons. Throws to Pujols. Bregman's out at first. And that's the second out of the bottom of the 5th. Altuve advances from second to third on the play. And Yulieski Gurriel comes to the plate. No hits against Heaney tonight. 2 outs, runner on third base. First pitch from Heaney. Hit well into the air. Rendon seems to have a play, and he does. Makes the catch. Innings over. The Astros won't fall too far behind. They scored 2 runs and keep it a 2-run game going into the 6th.
Leading off for the Angels, the right fielder,
Brian Goodwin to bat.
Brian
To lead off the top of the 6th inning, the Angels
Nope, upstairs.
will send 7, 8, 9 hitters to the plate. It'll be Brian Goodwin, Andrelton Simmons, and Jason Castro, Chris Davinsky, and Austin Pruitt. Now in the bullpen for the Astros, Brad Peacock pitching in his 2nd inning. Even count 1-1. Peacock came out of the bullpen in the 5th to replace Lance McCullers Jr., who had given up 2 runs and couldn't pitch out of the 5th inning. McCullers went 4+ innings, gave up 6 earned runs. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brad Peacock gets a strikeout.
the bat, number 2.
And with 1 out, here's Andrelton Simmons. Has struck out twice. Both those strikeouts were against Lance McCullers Jr. He's facing Brad Peacock for the first time in the game. And takes strike 1 around the middle of the plate. It's 0-1. 2 hits and 21 at-bats for Andrelton Simmons against Brad Peacock.
Ball 1.
Counts even at 1. Despite the Astros pitching not being as sharp, the Astros offense has been the shining spot, though, keeping the team in the game. Angels still already have 6, but the Astros not far behind, staying within 2 of this game.
2 strikes.
The Angels scored first in the bottom of the 2nd. Got a 3-run home run by Justin Upton in the bottom of the 3rd. That made it 4-0. Grounded to Bregman. Go to Gurriel. Simmons is out at first. That's the 2nd out.
Now batting, catcher, Jason Castro.
The Astros, however, chipped away. Scored a run in the bottom of the 4th. A run in the bottom of the 5th. And then got 2 runs. Scored a run in the bottom of the 3rd, a run in the bottom of the 4th, and got 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th.
Ball 1.
And now it's 6-4. Brad Peacock got the first 2 outs of the inning without allowing a base runner, and now he faces number 9 hitter Jason Castro, who had an RBI base hit back in the top of the 2nd. Fouls that pitch off, counts 1-2. Castro began his career here in Houston, played a few seasons in Minnesota, and signed with the Angels in free agency this offseason. That pitch misses, counts even at 2. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Count is 3 and 2.
And that just misses. Count run full 3-2. At the top of the order for the Angels. Due up next. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Brad Peacock gets another strikeout, and that ends the Angels' offensive half of the 6th. They're going to the bottom of the 6th. Angels 6, Astros 4.
Your attention, please.
And that's it for Andrew Heaney. His start
Number 60.
only lasts 5 innings,
Miles.
and he gave up all 4 runs, all of which were earned.
Leading up for the
Mike
Astros,
Myers,
the
Myers,
designated hitter,
comes in to pitch.
Yordan Alvarez.
They'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the Astros order: Yordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa, and Martin Maldonado. First pitch misses outside. That's a ball. Reigning Rookie of the Year in the American League is Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss. Count is even at 1. Mike Myers had one of the most infamous starts in his major league debut. was with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Count is 1 and 2.
He was a spot starter coming out of the minor leagues because the Cardinals pitching staff had been struggling the year he came up. Played by Anthony Rendon at third, makes the catch before it hits the ground, and that's out number 1. That was 2016. Myers started one game, and the poor guy in that game gave up over 10 runs.
Ball, that's out.
Unfortunately, his ERA was above 54 at the end of that. And he hasn't started a Major League game since then, but
Nope, that's inside.
playing for the Angels for the first time. This is his first season with them. He signed a deal in the offseason. Still wearing the colors red, but getting a chance to pitch for the Angels out of the bullpen.
Count 2-1.
He was a third-round pick by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2013. Caught over there at first base by Albert Pujols. A couple of hard-hit balls result in outs.
Maldonado.
And that's out number 2. Here's Martin Maldonado. 0 for 1. He walked earlier in this game. Swing and a miss. Count is
0-1's the count.
0-1. Ty Buttrey, Cam Bedrosian. 2 righties in the Angels bullpen. This very well looks like it'll be a bullpen kind of game for the Angels, trying to preserve this lead. Another hard hit ball. That's 3 line drives caught by the Angels infield. And that's the end of the inning. There's 6 full innings. It's the Angels 6 and the Astros 4. Top of the order. Do it for the Angels next. So Brad Peacock will continue to pitch
The second baseman.
for the Astros. Tommy La Stella, Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon. 1, 2, 3 hitters due up this top of the 7th inning. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Angels have played offensively well this game after scoring only 1 run against the Astros yesterday and losing to them to start the season. 1-1 pitch. Chopped and foul, counts 1 and 2. There was a 3-run home run by Justin Upton in the bottom of the 3rd that gave the Angels a padded lead. Grounded into the shift. Altuve throws slightly off the bag, but Brad Peacock recovers from the throw, gets his foot on the bag with the ball in his glove, and that's the first out.
The center fielder, Mike Trout.
The Angels scored a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning, scored 3 runs on a 3-run home run by Justin Upton in the top of the 3rd. And the Astros clawed back, scored 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd, 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. Angels got an RBI double by Anthony Rendon.
Ball, that's high.
That scored a couple runs in the top of the 5th. That made it 6-0. The Astros answered with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's how we have a 6-4 score. Top of the 7th, 1-2 strike count now on Mike Trout. Trout walked, struck out, walked, and struck out. 4th strikeout for Brad Peacock.
Number 6, Anthony
2 outs.
Rendon.
And here comes Anthony Rendon. He's 2 for 2. Also has a walk in 3 plate appearances. Rendon's close to 1,000 hits as well. Here's the 0-1. Popped up and foul. Counts 0-2, but Anthony Rendon entering today had 994 hits in his career, now has 996.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
So Rendon's 4 away from 1,000. Another Angels milestone. Justin Upton is also now at 299 career home runs. And he'll either bat this inning if Rendon gets on, or he'll bat next inning. And it will be next inning. Brad Peacock continues to mow down the Angels hitters out of the bullpen. Stretch time here at Minute Maid Park. It's the Angels 6 and the Astros 4. Mike Myers
Leading up for the Astros,
threw 10 pitches when he came in to the bottom of the 6th inning. And he's now pitching here in the bottom of the 7th. And throws ball 1 to Miles Straw, who is 1 for 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Strike called. Count is even 1-1. That pitch misses. Counts 2-1. Miles Straw did not start yesterday. This is his 2020 debut, starting in Game 2 of the season for the Astros. And in his first at-bat against Myers, has a hitter's count 3-1, and he walks. Leadoff walk issued by Mike Myers, and now the tying run comes to the plate. And it's the top of the Astros order. It's George Springer. Springer walked and later scored in his last plate appearance. Otherwise, he's 0 for 2. Pickoff attempt. Straw back safely. Straw is a quick runner. Springer 1 for 5 with 2 walks on the season. That pitch misses high. Counts 1-0. There's Dusty Baker giving some signs to relay to the third base coach. The Astros have not been out of this game at all. The Angels bullpen being tested here. Andrew Heaney pitched 5 full innings. Heaney gave up all 4 runs you see on the Astros score line there. And the Angels offense, a big reason why he's in line for the win, if the bullpen can finish out this game for him. The Angels have put up 6. All 6 of those runs are all earned, and they all are on Lance McCullers Jr.'s score line. That misses ball 4. Well, Lance McCullers Jr. did not have a great start, but the Astros offense has kept the team in the game. And now here comes Jose Altuve. Three hits and 3 at-bats. Also has an RBI in his last at-bat. A couple, as a matter of fact. No, he only has 1. I lied. Michael Brantley has the other one. Mike Myers gets ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. Miles Straw on second base. He walked to lead off the inning. George Springer on first. Also walked. Swing and a miss. Mike Myers quickly down in the count. Quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit water right field. Crossing into foul territory. Count remains 0-2. Tying runs at first base in the form of George Springer, and he runs well. As does Miles Straw on second, and Altuve at the plate for that matter. Walked well by Jason Castro behind the plate. Straw retreats back to second. as does Springer to first. 1-2 count on Jose Altuve, former American League MVP and World Series champion with the Astros. And for those of you who want to see the blood and gore of baseball by the Astros getting hit, I'm sorry, the simulation isn't really for purposely hitting batters. So sorry, but the Angels are winning right now, 6-4 anyhow. Astros won yesterday 3-1. But the Angels haven't quite sealed their win. Astros could still come back and are set up well to do that. That was a full count, 3-2, and Michael Brantley up next. I mean, this Astros order is still dangerous. It's going to be Brantley, Bregman, and Gurriel, then Alvarez all due up. Altuve with another base hit. He's 4 for 4. Straw rounds third. Upton will throw it to third. Straw scores from second. It's a one-run game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jose Altuve now 4 for 4 with an RBI single and an RBI double. He's got 3 singles, 1 double in this one. Mike Myers has yet to get an out, and he will not get an out in the 7th inning. Ryan Butcher comes out of the bullpen to pitch for the Angels. And this is as close to the toughest spot in baseball you can be in as a pitcher. And instead of bases loaded, it's runners on first and second and nobody out. And dangerous hitters coming to the plate for the Astros. Michael Brantley up. That's a ball. It's 1-0. Count even at 1-1 on Michael Brantley. Brantley 1 for 3. RBI ground out in his last at bat. Swing and a miss. That gets by Castro. Down to third goes George Springer, and over to second goes Jose Altuve. And the scorer's decision on that one is a wild pitch. And this is almost the same situation Brantley was in his last at bat. Had Springer on third and Altuve on second with less than 2 outs. One-two coming. Here it is. Popped up and foul. Count still 1-2. The Angels in prime, or excuse me, the Astros in prime position to at least tie this game in this half of the inning. Counts even at 2-2. Hit well to left field. Upton makes the catch. Springer tags from third. The throw coming in from Upton is over toward the first base line. Springer scores from third. Sacrifice fly in the second RBI today by Michael Brantley. This game is tied at 6. Lance McCullers Jr. is off the hook for the loss. He can get a no decision. He will get a no decision. Andrew Heaney also not in line for the win anymore. He's in no decision territory. There's still 1 out. Runner in scoring position at second base in the form of Jose Altuve. Here's Alex Bregman. In the dirt. Altuve doesn't go anywhere. Blocked well by Castro. Butcher has to throw to 2 more hitters. Brantley was his first hitter. So he's got to face Bregman and then Yuli Gurriel before he is eligible to be replaced. Down to the count now, 2-0, and that wild pitch he threw in the Brantley at bat was huge. That allowed Springer and Altuve to move to second and third. And then Springer scored from third on the sac fly by Michael Brantley. All tied at 6, bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch. That missed. Counts 3-1. And Yuli Gurriel on deck. On the ground to third, played by Rendon, throws over to Albert Pujols. Second out, here in the bottom of the 7th.
The first baseman, number 10,
Yuli Gurriel coming to the plate, 0 for 3 in today's game. The Angels had a 4-run lead going into the bottom of the 3rd. The Astros chipped away in the bottom of the 3rd and the 4th. The Angels even padded on their lead a bit in the top of the 5th, but the Astros responded quickly in the bottom of the 5th with 2 runs of their own. It was 6-4. Up until the bottom of the 7th here, the Astros have scored 2 runs. One was on a Jose Altuve single, the other on a sacrifice fly by Michael Brantley. That misses outside. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. 2 runs in already. Another run in scoring position. Potentially out there at second base. Swing and a miss. But a brand new ball game going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Astros and Angels tied at 6.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Astros, number 47, Fred.
I don't know if I said bottom of the 7th or whatever I said, but we're going to the 8th. Top of the 8th inning.
Leading off for the Angels,
Justin Upton's lone hit was a 3-run home run he hit in the 3rd inning. He's also at 299 career home runs. Now, that's something to look out for as well. Chris Davinsky now pitching for the Astros.
Oh, that's off the plate.
4-5-6-2 up for the Angels. Justin Upton, Albert Pujols, Matt Thaiss. 2-0 count. That just missed. Counts 3-0. And Justin Upton. And that 3-run home run he hit at the top of the 3rd was crucial. That finds the zone. Counts 3-1. The Astros just have a good enough offense and came back. Now we're tied at 6. 3-1. Strike 2. That finds an outer part of the plate. And Davinsky's worked the count back full now. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Davinsky's pitch, here it comes.
Nope.
That doesn't find the zone. And a leadoff walk issued to Justin Upton.
The first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols coming to the plate, but not before Michael Hermosillo. Will come in and pinch run for Justin Upton. And he's an outfielder too, so in all likelihood he'll be the one to replace Upton defensively too, but these late innings are crucial for either team, and with the leadoff walk, the Angels prioritizing the offense right now. 0-1 to Albert Pujols. Chris Davinsky pitching in his first inning out of the bullpen today and issued a leadoff walk. That gets out of Pujols. No balls and 2 strikes. This is Davinsky's 2020 debut. Did not pitch yesterday. Pujols chops that pitch foul. Yesterday, Greinke went 8 innings, gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits. And Roberto Ozuna was the other pitcher to get in. The closer got the save.
The count is 1-2.
But pitching wasn't complicated yesterday. It's become far more complicated today with a close game. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Albert Pujols down on strikes. And there's the starter comparison. 6 earned runs in 4 innings pitched for Lance McCullers Jr. 4 earned runs in 5 innings pitched for Andrew Heaney. And yet neither of these pitchers will get a decision because this game's tied at 6. And both of them were removed far before this. The game was just tied in the bottom of the 7th. It just got tied in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch misses to Matt Thaiss. The offenses for both teams have been present. The bullpens, as well as both starters for that matter, struggled. 2-0 count. When Andrew Heaney left the ball game, it was a 6-4 game. But he'd still given up 4 of the 6 runs that the Astros scored. Lance McCullers Jr., the starter for the Astros, gave up all 6 runs that the Angels had to this point. 2-1 pitch. On the ground left side, played by Correa, throws to Altuve for 1, back over to Gurriel. Matt Thaiss grounds into a double play, and that ends the top of the 8th inning. We're still tied at 6 going to the bottom of the 8th. Angels and Astros playing in a National League West division matchup. Michael Air-
Number 21, Michael Vermicula.
He's the one in left field now. No Ramirez coming out of the bullpen. Those are his stats from yesterday. Pitched 2 innings. Didn't give up a run. For the Angels' sake, he needs to repeat that.
The designated hitter.
And even though it's the bottom of the order, though, it's still a tough part of the order that Ramirez is going to have to face with the Astros. Yordan Alvarez, Carlos Correa, Martin Maldonado. Maldonado not as much of a threat as this guy, however. And Correa, for that matter, is a little less, but still pretty dangerous. Counts 1-1. No Ramirez on the bullpen. Out of the bullpen and on the mound. 1-1 pitch. By the way, you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, bringing the action to you. This is the second featured game of the day, and one that holds some significance just because the Angels have Anthony Rendon on the team now. And with all the breaking news and scandal news that came out this wintertime about the Astros, you can see how they perform now. And the offense has performed well. 6 runs, and they came back and have so far met the Angels' 6 runs through 7.5 innings. Alvarez lines out. With 1 out here is Carlos Correa. His lone hit was an RBI double. Bottom of the 8th, base is empty. The Astros won yesterday 3-1. Zach Greinke pitched 8 innings yesterday and only gave up 4 hits to the Angels. This game, a completely different story. It's 6-6, and that pitch misses. Different story here. The starters weren't lights out. The bullpens have struggled as well. And the offenses have matched each other to this point. Here's the 1-1. That misses, counts 2-1 on the Astros shortstop. Swing and a miss. Count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Noah Ramirez's first inning out of the bullpen for the Angels. And the count worked full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martin Maldonado scheduled to bat next. Here comes the 3-2. Got him swinging. A line out and a strikeout. Noah Ramirez. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
Martin Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado will bat, 2 outs. Bases empty, bottom of the 8th. This game tied at 6. Justin Upton with that big 3-run home run in the top of the 3rd inning. The Astros, though, continuing to respond on offense.
2 balls, no strikes.
Scored twice in the bottom of the 5th inning and scored twice in the bottom of the 7th. Coming. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count on Martin Maldonado, the catcher of the Houston Astros. 0 for 2 in this game, and lines that pitch foul. Count is now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Maldonado does not have a hit yet in the 2020 regular season. 0 for 5 total. And fouls that pitch off. Count still even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A couple of veterans in a duel right now. Ramirez, Maldonado. And that just missed. Count run full. 3-2. Bottom of the order, Miles Straw would be next. Here's the 3-2. In the air, right field, toward the line, and foul. And the count remains full. Here's the 3-2. One more time. On the ground, shortstop Simmons. To Pujols, and that ends the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for the Astros. Last inning of regulation, and this game's tied at 6. Seven, 8, 9 due up for the Angels. Brian Goodwin, Andrelton Simmons, and Jason Castro all scheduled to bat. Chris Davinsky came in the 8th inning and now pitching the 9th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Tightly contested AL West matchup. The Angels 0-1 on the season after losing to the Astros yesterday, and that means the Astros 1-0 to start the season. On the ground right side, played by Yuli Gurriel. He's going to step on first. And that's 1 out. Starts the top of the 9th inning. Andrelton Simmons coming up. He is 0 for 3 in today's game. 0 for 6 to start the season. And 0 for 3 yesterday as well. Struck out twice. And here he pops it up. Alex Bregman ventures into left, makes the catch. And now that's 2 outs.
The catcher, Jason Castro.
Jason Castro hit an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Ever since that, he's been hitless. And Davinsky working quickly here in the top of the 9th. That pitch misses, ball 1. Over the middle of the plate, and Castro hesitated. Counts even at 1. On the ground against the shift, played by Bregman, releases quickly to Gurriel in time. And the Angels go away scoreless in the top of the 9th. Last half inning of regulation, it's the Angels 6 and the Astros 6. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network.
Your attention, please. Now,
Keenan Middleton comes out of the bullpen.
number 99.
He's going to pitch for the Angels
Middleton.
here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hansel Robles
Leading up for the
in the
Astros,
bullpen now. He's the closer of the Angels.
number 3.
9-1-2 hitters due up for the Astros. Miles Straw.
Outside, that's the ball.
And back to the top for George Springer and Jose Altuve. Here's the 1-0 pitch.
2-0.
2-0. Miles Straw 1 for 2, but he walked. And later scored in the previous at-bat. That fouled off, counts 2-1. Angels with a goal to send this game to extras. The Astros, I'm sure, would like to win it in regulation. With the Astros being the home team, Roberto Ozuna won't really be needed in a save situation. Swing and a miss. That's the first out. Bottom of the 9th. So we may very well see Roberto Ozuna come in
The right fielder, number 4.
in the 10th or in any other extra inning should this game go there if the Astros come into a dire situation. He did pitch an inning yesterday and earned the save against these Angels. But now a dangerous part of the order. When Miles Straw got on base, the Astros had scored. The previous two times he got on base.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And there is George Springer, who's 0 for 2, but worked in a walk. And he rips that pitch toward left field, back toward the wall. That's off the very top of the wall. Played by Hermisio out in left center field, but George Springer represents the winning run. He's in scoring position at second base. And that was close to being a walk-off home run. Keenan Middleton still pitching. And Jose Altuve perfect at the plate today. He's already got a couple RBIs. He is 4 for 4. And his average, regardless, is going to skyrocket after tonight's game. That caught a strike 0-1. He's been clutch all game.
1-1.
1-1. Inside 2-1. Brantley not a cakewalk either. He's on deck. This is a dangerous part of the Astros order coming up. Altuve fouls that pitch off. It's 2-1. It'll be Brantley, Bregman, and then Gurriel. Grounded to third, past the third baseman, Rendon. Hermisio picks it up. Springer's going to try to score. Hermisio threw it to second. This game's over. Oh, my goodness. Hermisio with a blunder in the outfield. He threw it to second, and the winning run in Springer came around to score easily. Jose Altuve finishes the game 5 for 5 with 3 RBIs. That one, no bigger than the other ones he drove in. But the one that ends the game. Wow. The Angels had a 6-2 lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Astros scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th, 2 in the bottom of the 7th, and 1 here in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off in regulation, and that's the player of the game. And he deserved player of the game for this one. 5 for 5, 3 RBIs, 4 singles, 1 double. And there's the double for you. Lance McCullers Jr. is bailed out. He will not get the loss. The loss goes to Keenan Middleton. And the win goes to Chris Davinsky on the mound. But boy, oh boy. Oh, no, he didn't go 5 for 5. They scored that in error on Rendon. So, excuse me, he's still 4 for 5. And still gets credited with all those RBIs. Man, there's not much more to say to that one. Chris Davinsky with the win, Keenan Middleton with the loss. And the Angels fall to 0-2 now in the season. The Astros improved to 2-0 on the season. Well, you've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Tune in later tonight to see which 2 games will be featured tomorrow on the network. And then I'll see you tomorrow for more baseball action. Again, the final score, Houston Astros walk it off in the bottom of the 9th, 7-6. Over the Los Angeles Angels. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. See you tomorrow.
Drive home safely.